Hello and welcome to the course on how to intuitively read your tarot cards or any cards for that matter. What you will require for this course is a deck of any of your preferred chosen tarot cards, and you will need a pen and a notebook, and above all, you will need an open mind. It is advisable that you do not spam this course to others, as the universal law is to give others a chance to benefit by them also adhering to the exchange of energy. Thank you. I'm Sophia, welcoming you to this course, and we will proceed when you are in the mode of full relaxation. It is advisable that you find a setting that is comfortable to you and where you easily can be relaxed. Position advised is to sit upright on a table with your feet firmly to the ground. It is also advisable that you do not get any interruptions. The setting is as it suits you, because you would know your best chosen setting when you derive full relaxation for your readings. Now, by awakening your receptive intuitive self, you are enabling yourself to work with your intuitive inner voice. Through this guided step-by-step course on how to better connect with your higher self with your cards, you will learn the main key to enhancing your intuition, how to intuitively clear your deck, and how to connect and bond with your cards for better readings. There may be different ways to intuitively interpret your readings in areas also of reversed cards. You will need your deck before you. As stated, keep it ready, your pen and notebook, and also have a state of mind and physical body that's completely relaxed. Note that this is also applicable for beginners, and above all, it is to allow you to understand the potential within yourself into accessing guidance when you are reading either for yourself or for others, alleviating you from the constant having to turn back to the book and the constant of having to memorize your cards. Simply trust the guidance to always be available, just as your breath always is. There are many different ways to receiving guidance that you will pick that works best for you. It is advisable to separate yourself from becoming emotionally involved in the expectations to the outcome of any reading. Your main concern also is in the expression and not the outcome of any reading. You are to become more concerned with your awareness. When the cards come into positioning and they come into reverse, of which sometimes they will, you will always have to be in a state of acceptance that this is what the reading is involving. Okay? Now, when you're ready, we can proceed. Find a setting where you will not be disturbed and you're comfortable. It is crucial when you're doing readings because you are to be in complete focused attention So your awareness of what's going on within your reading and placed position of your cards allows you to see deeper into what you're doing. Okay? And always it's advisable also for you to also have your pen and notebook to note down some things that you need to pay attention to when you are reading for others. It gives you an opening for you to look deeper into something. All right? So, the first step you're going to go through is relaxation. This is crucially important to be completely relaxed in your mind and physical body. It's easier for you to be more receptive to your intuition and all inflowing intuitive guidance. So you're now going to start by relaxing your mind. So just take a deep breath, a gentle deep breath, and as you release your out breath through your mouth, take a few more breaths like this. As you bring yourself to that awareness that this is what you're doing. So every time you do consciously take a breath, automatically it allows you to relax. Okay, now take a deep, slow breath and feel your diaphragm gently expanding. As you breathe in, all your tensions, you breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out all your tensions. If you're having any repetitive thoughts right now or expectations of how you want this reading to go, take a moment to breathe in to your conscious awareness and just allow all these thoughts to flow out. As you fully exhale all the tensions by simply letting go. Remember, it is the state of being that you're choosing. As you relax your shoulders, your main focus now, remember, is to get in touch with your receptive self, your intuitive receptive self. It is crucially important to be aware and alert. So take as long as you need to do this, as it allows you to clear your mind. So gently take a deep breath. Feel it expanding within your abdomen. And exhale everything that you are tensed about. As you feel this tension go out, naturally your shoulders will relax. This will require your patience and observation. Now the next step is to relaxing your body. Continue taking your gentle deep breath as you assess your physical body by intuitively scanning it. What I mean by intuitively scanning it is that if I were to say imagine an apple, it will come to your mind's eye. So you know your physical body and you are intuitively now scanning your body. I will guide you through this. Let's start with your head. Down your spine, down your legs, and down to the tip of your toes. So you already know these physical parts of you. Okay? So now draw a gentle deep breath as a relaxing technique and just exhale it as you scan your head, coming down to your spine, your legs, down to your toes. Good. As you continue to notice any tension, as quite often mental and emotional tension is stored in the body. This could be as muscle tension, also as pain. Draw your attention to any probable cause that is stored in any part of your physical body, and breathe in and breathe out all the tension in any areas of your physical self. This allows you to become receptive to your own physical state. Now draw your focused breath in the areas that you feel where the most tension is stored. Now the next step is to bring in the white light through your physical self. In the next gentle breath, visualize yourself breathing in radiant white light. See this light flowing in through your crown, that's on the top of your head, flowing and filling itself through your lungs, gently flowing through all areas of your physical body, down your spine, your legs, your arms, into your hands and feet. Good. Now continue to breathe in the radiant white light, asking it to clear your body, your energy field, of all toxic energy. Allow yourself to feel the radiant white light feeling into every space of you, your physical body, with love and light. Feeling protected and trusting your positive outcome. In your reading, when you're ready, begin only when you're sure that you have attained full relaxation and you are at ease. Good. Now pick up your deck of cards. As you're now going to clear your cards, just as your physical body requires clearing, the cards too accumulate energies that may interfere with the readings, so it is vitally important to always clear your cards. Now, if you use cards to do readings for others, even if you may not be present, or you do your readings for yourself, it is crucially important to understand that energy is absorbed into your cards. It is advisable to note that in your bonding with your cards, just as making it a habit to regularly clear your cards, we will now start. As there may be different techniques that you have acquired into how to clear your cards, it is always important to find one that is simple and suitable to you. The simplest way to shuffling is also allowing you to break the energy that's contained within the cards. So as you hold your cards in your hands, just shuffle them the way you usually do. Strongly shuffle them, as this creates an effect results that breaks down any energy that's contained in there. I'll give you time to do this. You can also voice your action as you shuffle. I usually use a little invocation. Light of light, light of my life, I now cleanse and bless my cards. This is just one of the many ways. Always do what is right for you. So once you're done with the shuffling, to break up and release any energies that your cards may have absorbed, hold your cards in your hands as you're now going to give your cards a light bath. Hold your cards face down in your right palm with your left hand on top. Now simply do this. So go back to your radiant white light, taking a deep, gentle breath, and breathe out in your mind's eye into your cards. Feel your cards being infused now with a radiant white light. Feel the light flowing and penetrating your cards with pure divine energy of light and love. This not only clears your cards, but also bonds and connects you to your cards. This is where you now set your intention. Setting your intention is simply speaking directly to your cards. You probably might want to intend that your reading is going to be accurate, helpful, and filled with divine guidance and healing. Now it is time to ask a question. If you do not have a specific question when doing a reading, it is okay. Sometimes you may have a question, and sometimes you may not. This is what I ask. What do I need to know right now? Or simply, what guidance do you have for the person seeking? Or you can simply specify the question or issue of what you want insight to. So you're now going to focus on your question, bring it into your mind, and see it traveling down through your throat, down through your hands, and into the cards. In this way, you infuse your question into the cards and become more comfortable with this natural action of knowing that every time you're asking a question for yourself or for others, that this action is as effective. Now, you're simply going to place your cards down and cut the deck with your left hand. Why your left hand? It is because it is more connected to your intuitive mind of feeling. Then you now have two separate decks cut in half. Pick the most top card of your deck on the right hand side and turn your card over. This first card is either going to answer your question or directly invite you to contemplate a little more, as it's going to give you guidance around the question or the issue. As you look at the card, become aware of your first impression, your feeling when you turned the card over. The card may also be reversed. What is your first impression of this? Is there a feeling of disappointment, relief, excitement, or maybe you do not feel anything? I want you to really notice what your first impression was. It may be a physical feeling, or it may be a thought, a word. Whatever it was, I want you to pay attention to your reaction. Now note this down in your notebook, as you want to pay attention to your first impression when you're doing a reading, either for yourself or for others. Also pay attention to your physical shift of energy within you, as most often this is the unconscious part that influences your readings, either positively or negatively. Notice also if you feel any sensations in your body, let's say in the areas of your chest or any part of your body, as many times this may bring to your attention the similarity of any previous reading with different people, or bring out your own familiar experience. To be in awareness of your reactions, it places you to separate your emotions and maintain an empathic state of being in the present. Now, next, observe that not all reversed cards are of a negative nature in their guidance, as they may fall in your readings and bring a guided awareness to the internalized energy of either yourself or your client, their mental and emotional state as well as yours. Sometimes you may also find that your readings are contradictory in answers to the question asked, as this may come about with the mixed memorized meanings of individual cards and the given feedback from your client's question. Always relax and breathe and internally ask the divine light to assist you further in guidance. Next, I want you to become relaxed with saying the name of the card out to yourself or loudly. Note that if there's anything written on your card, for example, either the Wheel of Fortune or any message, as in the ones that are written in the angel cards, read them out loud, as this further activates a connection in your asking for deeper clarity. As you become more and more receptively aware of your connection with your intuitive mind, on being receptively aware and alert. Next, I want to bring to your notice the color scheme on your card. Notice if there's a strong color, as color can be another indication of intuitive guidance to the energy around you or your client's state of mental or emotional state of being. Next, I want you to notice the color scheme of your card, and notice if there's a strong color, as color can be another indication of intuitive guidance. the energy around you or your client's state of being, the mental and emotional. Maybe a strong sense of red may also indicate anger. This urges you to ask your client to relax. That is also including you. Blues and purple, for example, may indicate the suppression of the client and need for guidance. In the purples, it could also be that a lot of spiritual inflow is with you. I want you to pay attention to how the colors resonate with you as you pick up the energy from your client also. Note that even if your client has asked for a distant reading, the note of colors will give you an indication of the desperation and despair of emotions. Next, I want you to notice, is the card an action-oriented card? What are you picking? Is there a sense of much happening? Or is it a calm card? As the cards can intuitively give you insight to what you may have overlooked. For example, the High Priestess is a still card, or the Hermit. There's not really much happening there, apart from assurance. Yet a card like the Five of Wands is an active, action-filled card. Pay attention to your cards and notice what the picture card is portraying. Next, become aware of what sort of symbols are in the cards and what these symbols project to you. Note all these impressions down in your notebook. Last but not least, in the area of angel cards, in their vast and different selections, you can apply the sense of the same as to become aware of the archangels and angels in the projected colors and action. Now, in noticing characters and their actions projected or symbols, example, the Ace of Cups or Pentacles, where there is no movement or character, pay attention to your inner impression. In the card with character, you can imagine yourself stepping into your card mentally. Ask as you feel yourself directly in the center of looking deeper for guidance to a more complex issue or question that requires you to openly look into the cards for more answers. I trust this gives you insight into the need for your focus and centered attention to becoming more receptive, aware, and alert in your readings. With continuous practice, you can bring all these guidelines into approach. As you bond in trust with the intuitive aspect of yourself and the guidance imparted through your cards, this will allow you to incorporate simple yet effective way of the possible many ways to that you normally do. Now to finish off, simply take your cards back in your hands, reshuffle your cards with a good strong hold of repeated shuffling. Still holding your cards in your palm face down after shuffling, this is where you offer your show in gratitude, with love, for the insightful guidance. It would be simple to just say a thank you or a prayer, whatever you feel comfortably inclined to do. Simply place your cards back into the safe place after you have finished. Now there has been many queries in the area of color of the cloth used for the spread while reading. Simply know that any color that you feel strongly about represents your innate belief. And can you use printed cloth? Again, understand that the influence to your card comes from your mental state and limitations. Trust and know that if you follow your unlimited, unconditional potential experience, you are free, and your readings will flow in that manner too. Any hesitancy within you will in turn be absorbed by your cards. Thank you for your participation. Graceful blessings towards your journey into embracing your intuitive, receptive self. I'm Sophia. Namaste.